Gracias por seguir con nosotros. Continuamos compartiendo Campo de Precisión. Continuamos la cobertura de la reunión de prensa organizada por Fertilizar Asociación Civil para conversar sobre la nutrición de los cultivos y que contó con la presentación del doctor Ismael Cakmak de Turquía. Con él nos entrevistamos para conocer los principales tópicos de su presentación que revelan la importancia de la correcta nutrición con micronutrientes de los cultivos en su etapa de crecimiento para asegurar la calidad nutricional de los alimentos que consumimos.
I am Ismael Cakmak from Istanbul, from Sabanci University, working mainly on plant nutrition, plant mineral nutrition. My specific research area is related to micronutrient nutrition of the food crops. So today I was here to talk about the hidden hunger problem. You know, we have two types of hidden hunger problem, chronic hunger and hidden hunger. In case of chronic hunger, people have very little or no access to adequate food, and almost 800 million people affected from chronic hunger. But our topic today was hidden hunger. In case of hidden hunger, people have access to the food, but the food that is consumed regularly very, very low in micronutrients like zinc, iron, selenium, iodine. And this problem affects more or less 2 billion people globally. The main reason behind the hidden hunger problem is the reduced dietary intake of micronutrients. I mean, the foods that we consume regularly, sufficiently high in calories, starch, carbohydrates, but very, very low in those essential micronutrients like zinc, selenium, and also vitamin A. So our challenge today is to improve stable food crops like cereals with micronutrients, because those crops are usually very low in micronutrient concentration. And in the past, so many efforts have been made, spent to reduce the micronutrient deficiency problem in the human population. But the efforts which have been made were not successful to reduce, alleviate hidden hunger problem. Even there are some reports showing that the hidden hunger problem is growing in absolute numbers. So those numbers and information indicate that we need alternative solutions, complementary solutions to address hidden hunger problem. One of them will be the enrichment of the food crops with micronutrients by using fertilizer strategy like application of micronutrient containing fertilizer. Here, there is one point that we need to talk about and highlight. The micronutrients that we apply to soil usually to improve, the farmers apply micronutrient-containing fertilizer to improve the yield, to improve the productivity, but little attention is being paid to nutritional value, nutritional quality. And there are some methodologies. When you use those methodologies, you can additionally improve quality of the foods besides improving the yield. For example, some micronutrients are very effectively increased in the edible parts, in the grains, when you spray to foliar. For example, zinc and also iodine. Soil applied fertilizer, micronutrient-containing fertilizer are very helpful to ensure better productivity, better growth, but their contribution to the grain zinc or the grain content of micronutrients is not sufficiently high. As an additional agronomic practice, we need to also spray those micronutrients to foliar to get better nutritional quality of the produce that we harvest and eat. So normally today, fertilizer applied just to improve the yield, just to improve the productivity, and little attention is paid to the nutritional quality. And those are micronutrients. When you apply properly, in the right time, right form, you may get significant increases in the grain concentration of those micronutrients, and those micronutrients in the grain will contribute greatly, significantly to human nutrition, human health. As alternative to, we say this application of fertilizer in the field, during the crop production, we use the word agronomic biofortification, agronomic enrichment. Alternatively, you can use food fortification. I mean, just preparation of the food, you can enrich the foods, flowers, with micronutrients. So this is another way, as we discussed today, supplementation and food fortification. But there are several reports showing that those methods are not sustainable. You cannot do this on the daily basis. Maybe those methods are useful for urban society, but not for rural community. So therefore, agronomic biofortification, during the growth of the plants, applying fertilizer and improving the fruits, the food crops with micronutrients seems to be more acceptable and sustainable and cost-effective, because farmers eat what they grow. So in the rural community, therefore agronomic biofortification, fertilizers seems to be more relevant for the rural community compared to the urban society. This is one way to enrich the foods with micronutrients. I am not against. The point is here, food fortifications compared to the agronomic biofortification, compared to fertilizer strategy, could be more relevant for the urban society, but it could be expensive for the rural communities. There are also some discussion and papers showing that the biological impact in the body of the micronutrients enriched in the foods, existing in the foods, not sufficiently high compared to the natural biofortification. Therefore, people say health comes from the farm, not from the pharmacy.
En solo unos instantes nos volvemos a encontrar para continuar compartiendo Campo de Precisión.